They've been showing you symbolism since a child. All of your favorite childhood programs are filled with occult symbolism. The eyes are useless if the mind is blind. Take a look.
Really? I don't know. I'll stop all our domination plans. I'll pull my lizard men out of Congress. We'll stop using Hollywood to hasten the New World Order.
If you can't read symbolism, you are walking through life like a headless chicken. It is the most important language to learn in the world.
You have joined the sacred order of the stonecutters, who since ancient times have split the rocks of ignorance that obscure the light of knowledge and truth.
So here's Michael Jackson's album cover, and you can see he's showing you some occult symbolism of the black and white checkered board floor. And here are some more. Cardi B. You have Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, with the 2 pillars and the checkered board floor, which is also a Freemasonic symbol of the entrance of the Temple of Solomon. And again, the Temple of Solomon is yourself, and when you walk into the 2 pillars, it's symbolic for walking into your own mind and entering the mystery schools and learning about the functions of consciousness. Here you see 6-9 with the checkered board pavement. The checkered board pavement just simply represents base consciousness, hence why it's on the floor, only aware of the 5 senses, and their mind is stuck in many different personalities and illusions and duality thinking. You're stuck within the cage, the rib cage. You're in a prison cell because you're made out of cells. You are hexed in physical matter. This is the X, the hex. A hexagram's a cube unfolded is the cross. You need to escape the physical world, the 3-dimensional matrix, which is the world of Satan, because Satan gives you the mark of the beast, the physical body, the 666 carbon suit, and then blinds your mind. Your mind is completely separate from the physical world. Through physical pleasures and lack of understanding of yourself, you think your mind is part of your physical body, when in reality they are 2 separate things. Your mind is completely separate from your physical body. The physical world is a dimension within your mind. Men means mind, mental. Mind in Latin means mens. In order to escape the 3-dimensional physical world, you have to fully detach your mind from your body. Meditation is key in transcending the 3D world and traveling the depths of your mind. Mind and matter is one. They are different dimensions within your mind. When you dream, your mind creates matter. This is why mind and matter are one. The cube is the shape that gives rise to physical matter. The link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom, paperback and PDF. Back in the medieval times, they practiced magic and witchcraft. There's something called the occult virtue of things, meaning everything has its own power. A bear is very strong, an owl stays up very late, a dog has heightened smell. They would rip out the heart of an animal to gain its virtue. If they wanted to stay up all night, they'd carry the heart of an owl. If they wanted more strength, they'd carry the heart of a bear. Now fast forward to today, the meat industry is massive. Are they feeding us all this meat to keep us locked in our animal nature? Because humans, we're more than just animals. We possess self-awareness. We can question reality and we can elevate to something beyond our instincts. The mind is connected to beyond physicality. But if we're constantly consuming flesh, we're being kept in this lower instinctual nature. Parents are a pair who rents. Because you don't own your child, you sign them away using a signature. You signed your nature with a sigil. A sigil is a symbol used in witchcraft. You are born into this world, and the word born comes from barren, which means lifeless, dull and boring. Then you are controlled by the government, the governed mentality. They control your mind. Everything physical began as a thought in the thinking mind. The mind is the root cause of reality, so they control your mind, not your body. They do this by broadcasting spells to north, east, west and south, the news. My God! Wow! Then they teach you the vowels in this specific order, A, E, I, O, U, to teach you that you owe them to become a slave. You are weak in the weekdays because you are working. Where you were a king, you are no longer a king if you are working. Then on the weekend, you are weakened from the weekdays. Days is a daze where you are in a state of confusion. The television is used to tell a vision, to program you on the programs.
They want you to think slaughter is laughter, hello is hell is low. Words are swords because they mold your mind. They also create three-dimensional sound waves which impacts the fabric of matter. I believe that we were never meant to use words. Language has been manipulated so that we no longer use telepathy, because we are all connected on the mental plane. We still have telepathic powers which we call intuition.
They tell you aliens built the pyramids, but history tells you slaves did. The truth is neither. Alien is A-lie-N. They don't exist, they're a lie. We can't even replicate these structures today. That means the builders knew something that we don't. This physical world is the lowest dimension there is. Everything is a shadow of the higher plane of consciousness. Every object you see first begun in the mental plane, the mind, as an idea. No, the mind is not your brain. It's a spiritual force behind all of creation. These pyramids, these cathedrals, they are physical manifestations of the ancient human mind, proof of a lost intelligence far beyond what we have today. They want you to think we were dumb back then. We were smarter. They hide the truth to keep you weak. The most important thing you can learn is that the universe is mental. The Symbolism Masterclass is now available.
Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
What truth?
There is no spoon. Then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends, it is only yourself.
The best place to hide the truth is in plain sight. This scene in The Matrix is showing you we live in a mental universe. The world outside you is not fixed, shaped and transformed by the mind. Look around you. Every object you see was a thought, then it came into a physical reality. We think it, we imagine it, the astral plane, we give energy to it, we take action upon it. The physical world is a shadow of a higher dimension of thought. While most people are stuck in the matrix, reacting to the external world outside them, they're just creating a cycle of negative manifestation. Reacting to the world will not get you anything. Your thoughts and emotions and actions all need to be commands to shape the world. Mind manipulates matter. They do not want you to know that consciousness and matter are directly linked, and consciousness holds the power over matter. Adam and Eve is an encoded story about your incarnation. When you were born, you have a pure consciousness. You expressed yourself freely. You contained the spirit of life, so much joy and love. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions were unified, never contradicting each other. You never took action on what you felt was wrong. You were never racist, stealing from others, and did anything you knew you felt was wrong. Once you grew older, your mind became aware of good and evil and polarity within the world. You started to suppress aspects of yourself so you can fit in with society and friends. Your own consciousness started to split and create false versions of yourself. You started to wear masks so you can interact with the world. And you lose the spirit of love and joy in your heart. This is symbolic of eating the apple and leaving the Garden of Eden, which is even. Leaving your even, balanced, unified consciousness. Eve is feminine. She represents your internal world of spirit. Adam's masculine. He represents the external world, physical actions. That's why he eats the apple. Leaving the Garden of Eden is symbolic of leaving your authentic self. The world, society, and our environment starts to corrupt our mind and heart. Our actions go against our internal guidance of goodness. The return to the Garden of Eden is an internal process of purifying our mind and hearts and unifying them, where we think with the love and guidance of the heart, which gives birth to perfect action. And if humanity all does this, we would all create heaven on earth. Freemasons use this symbol, which is the same symbol for Apple Store, and X when it's mirrored. This symbol is a compass on top and a square below. The square creates a square which has beginning and an end. The compass creates a circle which has no beginning and no end. If the compass is the circle, which means spirit, and square is the square, which is matter, this symbolizes spirit over matter, the compass over the square. Leonardo da Vinci was showing you that you are a spiritual being in a material body. You are an individual. You have a physical body and a non-physical body. The voice in your head and the emotions you feel are eternal, but your physical body will die. The spiritual brain is the mind.
The spiritual heart is the soul. The brain and heart are physical manifestations of the mind and soul. The aim is to climb the pyramid to higher consciousness, to your true spirit self, so that you can be spirit over matter and not matter over spirit. They show you these symbols in plain sight. These people are highly enlightened individuals. You will never have power if you don't have knowledge. Knowledge is the true currency of this life. Use code 25 off for the next 12 hours. After 12 hours, it will be going down to 15% off. God stands for Generator, Operator, Destroyer, the mind, soul and body. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, the Father, the Holy Spirit and the Son. The generator is thought, the beginning of all creation. The operator is emotion, what we feel, and destroyer is action, the physical body. These are the three forces that you generate your experience and life. You think something, if you care about it, you take physical action towards it. The body follows the heart. If you lose care watching this video, you will take action and keep on scrolling. If you do care about the video, you will continue to watch. This generates all creation. The Father is thought. The Holy Spirit is our emotion. This is feminine. And the Son is born from thought and emotion, because the Sun represents a masculine quality, which is action. This is why the Freemasons place an eye in a triangle. It's the three aspects of consciousness unified. They teach you must gain full control over these three forces to generate a good experience and reality. This is the reason why most religions have a threefold God. Have you ever wondered why Jesus is always depicted with two fingers crossed over together? This hand gesture is a symbol of the most powerful teaching in the occult and esoteric world. Before we go into this, make sure to join my free Telegram. In the occult world, the number 2 represents the inner world and the outer world. This is symbolized in Freemasonry as Boaz and Jachin pillars. The sun on the left, which represents masculine qualities, what we can see, the physical world, action, the physical body. And the moon on the right representing what we cannot see, the internal world of emotions and thoughts. In another word, you could say the world outside the mind and the world in the mind. Jesus with the two fingers crossed over represents unity consciousness. But what is unity consciousness? Unity consciousness is the main goal of occultists and students. The Matrix has programmed us to live in a divided state of consciousness. For example, your intuition, your internal world tells you to create a business, for example, but your physical actions are going against this and scrolling on TikTok. In this state, we have no true power to create because we are all miniature creators. Unity consciousness is where our thoughts, emotions, our actions, and intuition are all working together as one force. We align our inner world with our physical actions. We act on only things we know that are good. In this state, you become a powerful creator. This also represents merging the left and the right hemispheres of the brain to gain a clear perception of reality, because truth emerges when the left and the right, the masculine and the feminine, are in harmony. Basically, in simple terms, it represents unity consciousness. This is why we see the eye in the middle of the two pillars. The eye is single. World War III will not kill you. You die every time you sleep. Your consciousness is eternal. The universe is one giant cycle. The season yearly cycle represents a daily cycle. Spring is the sunrise, summer is midday, and winter is the nighttime. The yearly cycle is a daily cycle. Macrocosm reflected in the microcosm. This is why we say sleep is the cousin of death, because sleeping is a smaller version of death. Death is the big version of sleep. When you sleep, your consciousness enters the astral plane, which is a non-physical dimension that exists in your mind, your imagination. Your mind does not operate in the physical dimension, which means you are not this physical body. Nighttime is death, daytime is life, the wintertime is death, and the summertime is life. You are an eternal consciousness experiencing a temporary body. You will never die. You can only take knowledge after death. That is the true currency of this world and universe. You are the universe. 12 systems in the body, 12 zodiac signs. The sun gives life to the earth. Your soul gives life to your body. Your body is a miniature earth, and the soul is a miniature sun. We live in a soul system. Daytime is life, nighttime is death. Your skull shows you the 5 elements. Earth is the jaw, water goes in the mouth, air goes into the nose, fire is light, goes in the eyes, and your third eye is spirit. That's why you have 5 fingers for the 5 elements. The cycles of the physical world happen within you. Autumn is emotional, summer is spiritual,
the winter is more mental, and the spring is more physical, earthly. You can use these seasons to your advantage.
The seasons don't just happen outside you.
They change your internal world and how you feel. You can use the moon to create reality. A new moon is when your subconscious is more closed. Full moons when your subconscious is wide open. Reprogram your mind on a full moon. Menstrual cycle is a moonstral cycle. Cycles of the moon affect the cycle within the female body. Humanity is so lost because we've lost touch in our connection with the whole universe. The only thing that matters is the knowledge of yourself.
It scares me to think that people believe the devil is real.
At this point, you should realize the devil is red because red is the lowest frequency color.
So why does the devil wear horns? The horns indicate it's a goat, and goats cannot fly. They're stuck to the ground. The ground in Freemasonry symbolizes earth-based thinking, only aware of the five senses, identifying with the ego, thinking you versus me all the time.
This is why your heel is hell and your head is heaven, because the heels touch the ground and that represents low consciousness. Devil rearranged is deveil.
A veil means illusion, something you cannot see past, which is your external physical world, and your ego produces illusions.
Satan is the force of the ego inside your own mind. You know when you feel like you should do something because it's right, but you take an action against that feeling? That is the force of Satan within you. Believing in Satan externalizes all of the negative things you are creating in your reality.
The brain is not the mind. Just like how we have hot and cold day and night, the material world has an opposite called spirit, the invisible realm, opposing the physical visual realm. The physical mind is the brain, and the spiritual brain is the mind. The mind can exist without the brain. The brain is nothing but a computer for the mind to operate the physical body. If the body remains in the present moment and cannot go forwards or backwards in time, but your mind can, that means your mind operates outside of time, space, and matter, which means you are a higher dimensional being using forces of consciousness to manipulate a physical body in a material world. The material world is the illusion. It has no power to create. Only you, the invisible intelligence controlling the body, has the power to create, turning thoughts into reality. And that's how powerful you are.
There's a spiritual reason on why Buddha has a big belly.
The ancients spoke in symbolism.
The big belly represents breath work. We do not just breathe air.
We breathe consciousness.
When we stop breathing, our body shuts down, we lose consciousness. And breath work is the fastest way to raise your consciousness. Simply just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose for 5 minutes very deeply. Your 5 senses will heighten and you will feel so much better. Buddha with the large belly represents the engagement of the abdominal muscles during spiritual breath work, practiced for thousands of years to expand consciousness and promote healing. The next time you feel low energy, simply just do breath work. And if you want to connect to a higher consciousness, simply do breath work. It will cleanse your aura of negative energy. It's the fastest way to gain more energy. Your ego is your mind's perception of itself while being incarnated in a physical body. You had no ego as a baby, because the ego is a false character your mind has created through experience, beliefs, and emotional traumas. The system is designed to trap you in your ego. Just screenshot this and know the difference between the soul and the ego. You are not your ego or the body or belief or name or job. You have a physical material body, and inside you, you have forces of energy, thoughts, emotions, visualizations. These are not physical. You're an invisible being controlling a visible physical body. Your inner world of consciousness is either operating in hell, animalistic instinct states, or heaven. Jesus was never real. He is a state of consciousness, an ideal state that we need to cultivate within ourselves.
This is how I created my dream life in under 2 years. My dream life is simply just freedom. In order to create any reality, you have to understand the 3 forces that create reality. The first force of consciousness is thought. The best thing you will possibly do in your life is master your thoughts and only think and give attention to positive thoughts that align with your goal. Use your thoughts to believe that you already have the reality. The second force is emotion. Emotion is what you care about. Whatever you give attention to is what you care about. This is the Freemasons' G inside of the square and compass. Generative principle. You generate what you care about. Whatever you place attention to, whatever your consciousness focuses on, that's what you generate. It's about creating care for what you're trying to create. You are a Mason. Everyone is a Mason in the world. You are a builder, a force of consciousness that turns thoughts into reality. Whether you're initiated into Freemasonry or not, I am personally not, but we are all Masons, all builders of reality. So now you have a thought, an idea, and you believe the idea is already true. You use your emotion to place your love energy on it, which is care. What you care about is what you will create. That's Genesis, generation. Then the third one is action. Simple. There's something called unity consciousness. The three must become one. What you think, what you care about, and what you act all need to be one, working together. When you act on your thoughts and what you care about, you will create that reality. You need to gain unity consciousness and actually act upon what you feel is good and what you think. And every day, compounding this unity consciousness towards your goal, you will create anything you wish. What is the symbolic meaning of Jesus being the Son? In the occult traditions, truth is never handed to you using ordinary language. It is concealed behind layers of symbolism. By veiling the truth behind symbols, it forces the initiate to turn inward, to reflect, to question, and to decode. This inner process awakens consciousness and promotes inner realizations. So what does the sun represent inside yourself? The sun rises every single morning, waking everyone up in the world. This is symbolic of self-realization and becoming conscious that you possess consciousness. The sun is the life force for all living beings on the earth. The sun gives all of its life and all of its energy and expects nothing in return. This is symbolic of true care and unconditional love. The sun represents love and care. All things are created through this generative force. This is symbolic of holding love in our mind and love in our hearts. This is the true Christ consciousness, love consciousness, because we are all one consciousness separated in individual bodies, and love is the unifying force that brings us all together. This is a surface level explanation, but in summary, Jesus as the sun represents self-awakening. It represents going within and awakening to your true spiritual nature as pure consciousness, not the body. It represents living in love consciousness, a mind and heart and life that is rooted in love and care for one another and the self. Jesus Christ is not a figure to be worshipped, but something to construct within our own mind and hearts. You care about discovering your true power? Join my private community, Ethereal University.
I just shattered his energy fields. What I did with my psychic energy, now you're strong. What I did is I played with your energy field. Your energy field, your aura out here. Raise your arm. You test strong. I'm playing with your energy field. I've just shattered your energy field and you can't hold your strength. I realign your energy field and you're strong. You with me?
Sir.
Okay. Now I came up in front to align your energies. But if I come up and back, you're weak. If I go down and back, you're strong. So it's telling you the energy is going around your body, not just up and down. You follow what I have?
Yeah.
So you know martial arts?
Yes, sir.
Doing all this stuff, they're not saying, "Hi, Stevie, have you had a good day?" They're trying to mess with your energy fields.
You get charged in a cult because you're a battery. And when you get charged, you sit in a cell, a battery cell, because you're a biological battery. If that guy's one hand can misalign your energy field and weaken your body, now imagine the clothes that you place on your skin, fake polyester clothes. The devices we use every single day. All of these things are weakening our energy field, which weakens our health and our body. Porn is free because you pay with your soul. Google is free because you pay with your data. When something is free, you are the product. They have two O's because they're watching your data. Your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. Every text you take, every person you call, every search that you type in is being recorded in a database. Therefore, your phone is tracking the collective minds of the masses. All of our behavior is being fed into an artificial consciousness, AI. You created AI by feeding your mind into these tracking devices. AI will control everything and make you a slave. Don't let your phone be a prison for your mind. That's why it's called a cell phone. Instead, spread the word to the world by reposting these videos that I make and earn an income from your phone. Many of my affiliates have quit their job. earning freedom, making an income from their phone. It's not about the money, it doesn't exist. It's the freedom you can gain from it and live the life that you truly want to live. Click sign up, fill in the form, download my videos, and repost the videos. I've made this program for you so you can gain freedom and so we can spread an amazing message to the world. The link is in my bio to sign up. Music is magic. It reprograms your subconscious mind. This is why you remember the lyrics, because it impresses your subconscious. Repetition is the fastest way to ingrain your subconscious. Repetitive beats puts the brain in hypnosis, where the subconscious mind becomes highly suggestible, planting drugs, money, and sex into your mind. Why do you think your body has to move to the music? Because it puts you in a hypnotic trance. Music invokes emotion, conditions your mind, makes your physical body dance, and can raise your energy or lower your energy. Music influences your four bodies: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. Listening to music is a magic ritual. A ritual is just a ceremony you do over and over to invoke that state of consciousness to impress in your subconscious mind. Your physical reality is an externalization of your conditioned mind. Condition your mind wisely with the correct lyrics. Freemasons use this symbol. G is the generative principle. This is the secret power to create anything in your life. The generative principle is about creation, genesis, or generation. All creation requires this one generative force. That force is love or care. If you care about football, you will generate that reality. Think, feel, and act towards it. If you don't care about football, you will not generate that reality. We all care about staying in our homes. Therefore, we use our thoughts, emotions, and actions to generate money. When we have a child, we care for them. We generate their life and look after them. All of creation is based upon this generative principle. The sun cares, therefore it gives all of its life and energy to the earth to make sure we live. Trees make sure the trees next to them are all healthy because they care and send minerals to each other. Are you starting to get the point? All creation demands a care or a love energy. In life, you create what you care about. If you don't care about something, you do not create that reality. This is the most potent force in the universe. In order to create something long-term in your life, you have to care about it. Now you are aware of this, you can use this to your advantage. You are born into sin. Sin is the sine wave. Everything in creation does the sine wave. Midday, midnight, summer and winter. DNA, the dollar bill, the sun does a sine wave. You are born into a dualistic reality. Before you were born, you had a unified consciousness. Then you manifested into a dualistic reality and divided into a spiritual being and a material being, to light and dark, good and evil. Your consciousness split. You are born into the sine wave of a dualistic reality. Spirit guides are not guiding you. They don't exist. Your true spirit guide is actually within you, and this is your emotion. Every thought you think, every action that you've ever done is judged by your emotions. Your emotions tell you whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. In our hearts, we all know what is good and bad. Each one of us are encoded with God's law of love and care, and we're being guided through our emotional intelligence. Manly P. Hall teaches, every time you go against your soul's guidance of goodness, you destroy the electromagnetic field around your body, weakening your cells, your organs, and your body. We quite literally degenerate ourselves by doing evil and going against our heart, which is an electromagnetic vortex, producing an electromagnetic field around your body. This is why positive people have a powerful presence, a powerful aura about them. Spirit guides are not real, it's just the new age. Everything is within. Adam and God do not touch. Adam represents your physical avatar. God is in the brain because God is consciousness. God is reaching. Adam is slouching. Ignorance, comfort, lower mind. God is reaching and trying, which is the higher mind. All you have to do is to lift your finger to connect with God. God is consciousness. Lifting your finger is symbolic of just trying to meditate and trying to connect with your higher mind. This artwork is in the Vatican, and this is next to it also. Looking at the neck, we see the human brainstem, and another one showing you the human brain. The Vatican is showing you in your face that God is inside of you. God is the creative force within you that can turn thoughts into reality. You are a co-creator, creating your own earth and reality. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. They want you to believe God's outside of you so you don't connect with yourself. Your life will change when you realize dreams are not just dreams. Everything you experience in your dream, the people, the things you see, and the events that play out are materializations of your subconscious mind. For example, if you see a big dark figure chasing you in your dream, that figure is a symbol for the darker aspects of your subconscious mind. It could be a suppressed emotion, a trauma, or something bad in your subconscious. Your higher mind does not speak the human language or thoughts. It speaks to you and communicates through symbols. If you're a Christian and you saw Jesus in your dream, you did not see Jesus. You saw your own belief take a form inside your imagination, and that Jesus figure is a symbol that represents an aspect of your mind. It was your belief materializing inside the fourth dimension, the astral plane or imagination. If you want to take advantage of your dreams, write them down in detail of every person, event, and thing that played out in the dream, and try to see what it symbolizes, holistic. What is it metaphorically saying to you? Because that is how the higher self communicates to you, through symbolism.